Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's a little before 8:30 on June 21st, 2019, and finally we're getting more comfortable air after rain throughout a good part of the day. It didn't really stop until early afternoon. That the sun did come out, and it was a very nice evening. But I am a little concerned about. We're going to talk about some of the smoke here that's up in Canada. We don't know if that's going to affect us or not. It may not affect us. I'm hoping it doesn't. But I noticed a little bit of it in the air this evening. So let's take a look at the other satellite image I have. That's this one here. And you can see a little bit of it there coming down. So we'll have to see what happens with that. If that really does affect our area or not. That's always hard to tell. It's not really that thick, but it's a little bit there. You can see a little bit of it there. Again, these are from the fires up in the boreal forests that are burning because it's way too warm up there. So let's go look at the Ventus sky right now. Temperatures are comfortable across the area right now. Temperatures are 70. I think this is underestimating it a little. Let's look at some actually official. 75 at Central Park's more like it. Let's take a look at some actual observations. 74, dew point 53 at Farmingdale. But there was rain that lasted till the early afternoon. It looks like I had picked up about a half an inch of rain over there at Farmingdale. We'll take a look at some of the rainfall numbers across the year. 74 at Farmingdale. Let's look at West Hampton. Look at West Hampton. I don't know. Sometimes the Ventus sky is off with the so a little higher dew point there, 58, because it's a little more. From west to east, the air is drying out. Let's see what West Hampton had with rainfall. Not too much. Looks like just a little over a quarter of an inch of rain. And then we'll go look at Central Park. Central Park and see what they have. Wait for that to load. 75. It's drier, even drier there. Dew point down to 49. How much rain did they get? About a half inch for the day. And then we'll lastly look at Toms River, New Jersey, which is probably still warmer than it's probably still warmer there. We'll have to look at some of the rivers. Yeah, it's still well, no, 74 if the dew point's a little higher. With all the rain they've gotten, there's going to be a lot of moisture in the ground. Not much rain there today, though. So, all right. Well, I guess we can look at the flooding. Actually, are there a couple of showers on the radar? Look at that for a minute. Let me look at that radar for a moment. Yeah, look at that. A couple of still scattered showers around. So still some instability in the air, even though the front is passed. And again, I think that the smoke may be responsible for that. If there is smoke in the air, which sure it looked like it this evening. If there is. Let's look at the rivers and lakes. That's what I'm curious about after all that rain we had yesterday. Let's see how they're faring. So we still have some rivers at flood stage. Still a few. Not the Toms River. Toms River is okay. It's below flood stage. It is up to 8 feet, though. So it is still rising. And these rivers might trickle into the Toms River. These other rivers have gone up quite a bit. But now they're starting to recede a little bit. Let's move this over so you can see. Yeah, starting to recede a little bit. These are the Rancocos Creek. One of them is still at moderate flood stage, which is the north branch of the Rancocos Creek in Ironworks at Mount Holly. So there's still some flooding here. You have some brooks that are near flood stage too. So we'll have to keep an eye on these. Again, you have all that rain in the ground, so it's going to take a while before that calms down a little bit, So let's look at underground here. So we can look at some of the temperatures here across the area. Temperatures dropping into the low 70s now. It's a little warmer in Jersey, of course, more like mid-70s there. We can look at the dew point as well. And that seems kind of high. All right, well, dew point's still in the mid 50s on Long Island, and upper 60s over here, and still low 60s here. But I think it's drying out. Again, it's because there's so much moisture in the ground from all the rainfall, especially where a lot of rain has fallen, particularly in New Jersey, that the humidity is going to be kind of trapped, especially in the woods and stuff like that. So let's look at the precipitation amounts that we've gotten today. Wow, there are actually some higher amounts here. So let's zoom in, take a look, and see what we've got across Long Island. So some areas did get a little more rain. All right, middle of Nassau got close to an inch. You have some inch readings in looks like Oceanside, and looks like West Hempstead 1.09. But it's less as you go into Suffolk. It's only around quarter to an inch to a half an inch. It looks like for the most part. The city, a little higher amount. So it all depends on where those heaviest showers hit. We'll look at New Jersey as well. Yeah, not too much in Toms River. So they got most of their rain the day before, and then the second batch of rain that came through, which I'm going to show you on the, we're going to rewind the radar a little bit and show that to you. We'll look at it. We'll take a look at it, what it looked like this morning here. So this morning you can see we had a heavy batch of rain move across Nassau County over here. This is 6 o'clock this morning. We'll watch it move across. This is 7 o'clock. Moved across Suffolk County. And then the rain kind of lingered around, and there was some more heavier rain over here that came back. This is 9 o'clock this morning. See that heavier rain there. This is around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So, yeah, we still had more rain, and then it still wasn't over yet. Even around noon, there was another batch of rain that moved through our area. This one moved a little more to the south. But the bottom line is the rain really didn't stop in Nassau until after 2 o'clock, and in Suffolk, it didn't stop until after 4 o'clock. So, yeah, the rain lingered a lot into the afternoon, which is a little more than I expected. To be honest with you. So let's take a look at the models. Let's see what we've got coming our way for the next couple of days. And we will take a look and see. We'll first start off with the sky, because we want to have a nice sky tomorrow. That would be nice. Have a clear sky. So let's see what happens. This is the GFS model here, 18Z run. Looks like it has a mostly clear sky over us. So that's good. And for Sunday, we may be having a little more cirrus around, but nothing terrible. So the weekend looks good, and we're just going to focus on the weekend in this weather update. I'm not going to really go much into next week at this point. So let's look at the temperatures. Should be nice and comfortable. So as we go into Saturday, we have temperatures up, according to the GFS, upper 70s to low 80, to around 80, which is just about seasonable for this time of the year. And then for Sunday, a little warmer in the low 80s. And that's the GFS. And then, of course, we'll take a sneak peek at next week. You can see the heat starting to build. However, it keeps Long Island a little cooler. It doesn't really build the heat into our area until so. It's GFS may have jumped the gun a little on the heat. Hopefully, it did. I hope it did. It has had a tendency to do that lately. Because if you look at the ICON model, we'll just look at the ICON with the temperatures for a minute. You see, the ICON is not quite as aggressive. So, ICON has temperatures pretty much close to the GFS for the weekend, but there's a divergence for Monday and Tuesday a little bit. So that's something that we have to watch. So again, the you can see this is the ICON, has it struggling to reach 80 on Long Island. So we'll see. But one thing's for sure, the dew points will be up. Now the ICON doesn't show dew points, only the GFS shows dew points. So we'll look at the dew points next for this weekend, and they should be nice and low. So let's go ahead and look at that for as we go into tonight. Dew points dropping to the 40s, and they will stay there for tomorrow across Long Island. Maybe slightly higher over New Jersey, just because of all the rain they've gotten there. Ground is so waterlogged, so the humidity might hang on there. And then Sunday, still dry, still low dew points, around 50 degrees, and then the humidity starts rolling back in a little bit on Monday. A little bit, but the GFS says Long Island is still fairly comfortable. It has a little more humidity over Jersey, and then Tuesday here comes the humidity. So we'll see, and then we're going to be dealing with it for next week. All right. So either way, it looks like a pretty decent weekend. Let's look at the NAM. So I'll have a nice weekend, which is definitely something we need after all that crappy weather we had this week. So we'll look at the NAM dew points as well. Slightly higher than NAM's dew points, slightly higher. Again, because of that moisture in the ground. I think that's going to be more of a factor over in New Jersey because of all the rain they've had there. We didn't get as much rain. And Sunday still stays fairly low. NAM's always a little like higher on the moisture content. Let's look at the sky. And let's see what the sky conditions will be for Saturday. So here is Saturday. Looks like it has some clouds over New Jersey to start the day, but Long Island should be clear. Might be developing some cloudiness in the afternoon. Just cumulus, nothing, shouldn't be anything too extensive. And then Sunday looks pretty good as well. So Sunday looks like pretty good, maybe just some scattered high clouds, and that's it. So all in all, it looks like we have two pretty nice days for the weekend. Hopefully you do get out there and enjoy them, and hopefully the smoke won't be too much of a problem. So that does conclude this weather update. Hopefully the smoke, but again, we got to watch that smoke because, again, I do see it on the satellite. You can see right here in this last frame, you can see it. So it might affect us. It might affect us. It won't be that thick, but it might add a little bit of haziness to the sky. I'm hoping not. I'd like a nice deep blue sky. A nice blue sky would really be nice. But we know in these days of climate crisis that's hard to attain sometimes, especially here in the Northeast. So that does conclude this weather update. Take care. Thank you for watching.